Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you back to Lovecraft Country and Shadows of Forbidden Gods. Yes, we're once again plunging into the Lovecraftian Tolkien hybrid strategy game in which we play an eldritch abomination that is desiring to destroy the world, because of course what else do you do with your time if you are in fact a Lovecraftian entity? I mean, seriously, sitting in that dark place in the end of eternity just chilling until finally you get your opportunity to destroy the world. Anyway, so this is probably going to be coming out on Monday rather than Saturday, simply because my attempt to do the supporters supported episode of, which was voted on, by the way, of Pillars of Eternity has unfortunately hit a snag in that Pillars of Eternity crashed and I have to reload it, and that's going to take several hours, so I don't have that before recording time, so we'll probably throw that on to Saturday. But for the meantime, let's hit this. Now, let's return back to our current status as our Team Evil begins and trying to annihilate the human culture of the unnamed world. Now, as you can see, we've been kind of busy spreading plague everywhere. Excuse me. Better. And as you see, we have 195 turns out of 500. World Panic is at 39%, which would be at 67, which would be at 10%, except that our God's Awakening sets the minimum. Yeah, we have the temporary effect of minus 30% because we sacrificed one of our people, made them infamous, and then we killed them. Now, before we go any further, I want to let you know that if you are watching this sometime in the future, that there's a major update, a major update to this alpha build that is coming, that I've seen from my good fellow content provider, Simply Fun Gaming. And by the way, if you really want to check out somebody's detailed analysis of this game, go run over to his side. I think I have his name down in the description of this particular live episode. So this is where we're kind of going with this. Now, we're going to be running on these old rules for now, in which case I hear that Shadow's being nerfed. As you can see, our team is kind of spread out. Now, we have the Trickster over here who's attempting to assist a Deep One cult in its attempts to transform this entire community on the coast into evil fish people. Now, if you've seen the Shadow over Innsmouth, you probably know where that's coming from. As you can also see, our supplicant over here is hitting the books, attempting to learn magic, for which he will help unleash a future zombie plague. Speaking of said zombie plague, since we need, well, dead people to fuel zombie plague, we have been using the Plague Doctor in an attempt to create a massive plagues across the entire continent. Unfortunately, as you might notice, his menace has started to increase as the motivation of the heroes to attack you. Now, fortunately, it's not quite high enough that people are going to outright attack us, and we currently have the Mage S's Lorarian Shadow trying to work towards that infamous bait. In other words, once we get their menace up high enough that they kill us, we will then, everyone else will have their menace and profile reduced, and I'll just summon another Shadow. Now, we also have 6 of 9 seals keeping out the She Who Will Feast, who is the actual Eldritch Abomination. And we are 35% to victory. Primarily, we need 80 points to win. We have 28 points from enshadowing rulers and heroes, and that's pretty much it. We haven't destroyed any place. We haven't completely, we haven't formed a dark empire. We haven't driven anybody insane yet. Goals. Because we've got some beautiful madness coming up on these sections. If you look under the modifiers here, we have 46% madness going up one every turn because we poisoned the fish that are coming in. And basically, I'm guessing their strategy is mercury poisoning. Hang on, let me pop out the chat. Sorry, guys, if you've said anything, or people, if you've said anything, I haven't caught it yet. But this is kind of where we're at. Oh, yes, and we have the Prince Andrew infiltrating the docks and our continued attempt to drive people mad because we need the docks under our control. He also has the vast daughter of, well, she's in the cult of the first daughter, who's an apocalyptic cult who will try to summon her demigoddess of destruction if the right conditions. The right conditions being a arid template, right there, and a human soul in that position. Now, we pretty much only have 2 places, arid or desert, and basically we need some people to die. I can either assassinate them or I can wait for the inevitable. But what I'm planning on doing now is working towards trying to set up some alternate strategies. Now, One of the things that's the easiest thing to do is try to set up the Dark Empire, and we're kind of already set up for it with this huge enshadowed section over here. But you have to remember the primary way to win this is not by beating the bad guys, it's just making sure that they lose. In other words, we just have to keep driving them mad. We have to keep enshadowing them, making them fight each other, taking over their minds, and helping the enemies of humanity, such as disease, deep ones, and orcs. In fact, I'm kind of got my eye on the orc kingdom over here because it's got a lot of potential, especially as we can move into these ruins because you can expand them. But in order to do that, we're going to need to basically take over. Now, if I recall properly, we have already booked all of our agents right now, but it is possible that I could use a significantly buffed up one in order to do so. But since we've got this one's lore heavy, we'll wait till the shadow gets killed, or we get the opportunity to grab an additional agent that would be far better at tackling this sort of thing, and well, tackle it. In the meantime, we'll continue on our expeditions for the moment. Okay. So yeah, the thing is, King Wright's Deist over here of the Kingdom of Sions is actually the father of Prince Andrew. It's one of the reasons I named him Prince Andrew. If you look under his family, well, technically not direct father, but apparently part of the oh, we're married, isn't that great? This must be really rough from the relationship. Also, are we married to a guy? Was that a progressive kingdom? I don't know. We could also always say that the characters are female, even though the portraits are stock art. Of course, stock art you don't have to pay for, so hey, I'm not going to argue about it. You got to, you know, cut your costs where you can, especially when you're an indie developer. Okay, so. Alright, so next, the Supplicant has encountered a group of skeleton warriors. Stronger and better organized, an undead pawn, skeleton warriors attack in discerning silence, blows unrelenting, and life. Now, we could lose 3 hit points, reduce the menace by 5. Our menace is 14, I don't have to worry about that. So we're just going to lose 8 challenge, basically delaying us by walking around them rather than through them. Now, as you can see, the plague is beginning to come up nicely, but so is the plague immunity. For every 50% of this plague modifiers, the plague will lose 1% level every turn. So therefore, once this plague immunity hits 50, the plague going up goes to 1, hits 100, it goes to 0, hits 150, then it starts declining. So yeah, we have to keep the plague updated, I guess is the best way to put it. Okay, infiltrate docks. Okay, so so the Baroness is now falling to shadow. That's this Baroness right here. Another one is aware. So yeah, she's starting to lose it. And as they do so, they will, ooh, she's into cruelty. Wow. This is a halfway our kind of peeps already. All right, so infiltrate the vast sewers. Now, here's something interesting, by the way. Now, if I've noticed what's before, we have the ability to track all the heroes using our god senses, and Lightbringer Crasis Matant, the chosen one, is our primary antagonist. Well, protagonist, we're the antagonists. And she's trying to warn the world on her own kingdom, which means that she is considering on how to create the alliance against us or against the Shadowed Kingdoms. So what we need to do is we need to mess things up. We need to make people dislike her. And I have the 2 characters in play that have that ability. So we're going to have Prince Andrew move in this direction. And how, yep, you're almost done infiltrating here. Let's get us back to regular view. Once we end that turn, okay, another king is being wards. We've infiltrated the farming community. You're falling to shadow, which is good. This dude watching his, yeah, mediator, by the way, means he's a hero. This guy over here has been watching his brother, the king, fall to shadow, undermined by forces from beyond, robbing the person who once was. He's enraged and vowed and gains a hatred of shadow. So basically it means he's going to be hating us. But one of the advantages of the trickster is that they are a thief. So we can use these 2 characters in combination to create some rather unique political situations, because politics is part of, well, evil, so we're actually kind of good at it. All right, so moving forward. Okay, Lightbringer, yeah, this guy appeared the prince, who's, because heroes will soak in shadow as well. Now she's becoming enshadowed and aware. Okay, this Baron, yep, as you can see, the coming down to the point where everybody is either under our thrall or aware that we're out there. So yeah, this one lost to shadow, so they will not actively join the alliance, but the alliance will try to kill them. So let's move in. Okay, so the supplicant has now learned an arcane secret. Why is that important? It's because when we get enough secrets, we can start learning magic, and I want to make him a necromancer. Simplifying Gaming, which I mentioned before, went over a list of the death spells. There's 2 other types of magic right now, and maybe more in the future, blood and geomancy. The heroes usually do geomancy. I'm looking to necromancy because I'm hoping to unleash the zombie apocalypse, which will be fun. But in the meantime, Mage S's Lucian Shadow's mind is assaulted and resting with unsettling tired dreams. I wasn't sure Living Shadows did that. Love the picture, by the way. Kryptonian dream assault. Anyways, we can allow the pawn to collect themselves and provide a measure of our power for quick recovery, but they might leave traces in our agents. But we actually want the mage, because they have infamous, to be tracked down. So we are going to give them that. Now, we have to locate another cache of magic, as it were. And we can switch over to the modifier finders and find the arcane secret. Now, the secrets, for example, obviously correspond to the library, and that library here as well. Now, we could try to take a time to infiltrate them, but we can also use our special power, Eyes in the Shadow, to 50-50 chance, because we won't get the city palace the first thing we unlock, the sewers or the library. So, we've infiltrated their library by magic. We'll move the supplicant into there, because, you know, his profile and menace are very low, as nobody really cares about the old guy. And yeah, he is kind of old. He dislikes ambition, discord, and gold. Ugh, complete anarchist nihilist combination there. But yeah, under family, where is he? Yeah, he's 88 years old, which I find hilarious. Yeah, they all have ages, which is, Andrew is 50. That's acceptable. The mage is 1, since we just created them. Technically 0. And you are 25 years old. And also a noble woman. Yeah, apparently she just left her husband, the baron. So she's a baroness on the run, because the evil forces told her to do so. You know, that's just, yeah, plague doctor is probably an orphan after a plague, which is why there's, or perhaps they made that plague, they made them an orphan. We don't know. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. Anyways, the trickster has reached it. All right, so one thing I'm going to do with the trickster is this. There's a Lightbringer, Crazius Mart, our primary enemies here. Luckily, our menace isn't enough to chip them off, but what we can do is that once, as you know, so settlement with infiltrating above 0, we can steal heroes' items. So what we're going to do is use our power again of Eyes in the Shadow. Use it here, and we don't care really. The library infiltration will help if we choose to try to steal the knowledge from the library. But we're going to steal the Lightbringer's hairbrush or mirror or something. Basically a personal item that would work both for setting scandal, which is one of Andrew's abilities, or as blood magic to curse them, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, the let's see, let's go back to normal. That sounds ominous music. Anyways, so yeah, we're about to do some politics. Okay, maximum power, and the seal broken, your god comes your god, I'm playing the god. I am closer to return. Maximum power increases, you gain an agent slot. First thing we do is we pop an agent, but take a look at this. We have corruptible heroes. Once a hero reaches 100% shadow, even the most powerful can be crumbled under pressure. Even the toughest soul can fall to madness when faced with the abominations which seeks to feast in our world. When a hero reaches 100% shadow, they can be corrupted and turned to your servant to be commanded as other agents are. Will be corrupted where they currently are. Now, I could do the mage, mediator, because you know the numbers are up there, but I don't have the stats. The mediator, the orc slayer, and this mage. Now, normally I'll go with mage S's because her combination of lore and intrigue are good, but I have evil plans, and I want to use the orc slayer. Why do I want to use the orc slayer? Well, not only do they have a lot of might, one thing about orc slaying as an ability is you gain 3 progress return in any challenge related to orcs. So that, as noted, if that happens to be when you become evil, anything you help orcs with, rather than killing them, will persist. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, pop over here. Okay, dismiss and go to, start learning Arcane Secret. You've reached City of Uds. You've infiltrated the palace, and you are now aware. Oof, busy turn. Okay, so we're going to drop cash, because I need to get a spot out of her. I mean, empty spot in her inventory. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to steal the ruler's items. You see the... Let's see, we still have... Where is it? 9 turns left to steal the Lightbringer's hairbrush. So, Prince Andrew, by the way, is going to bribe the guards first so we can lower security, do our thing. And you, my friend, what we're going to do with you is you're going to look for a human soul. And you press 6 to do that. City of Cress. Okay, so we're going to go over the City of Cress. We're going to convert that soul into an arcane secret for the supplicants' use. Okay, so everybody's still doing the thing. So we move forward. Okay, all right. They're using magic in order to attempt to bring back the shadow, but they work. But we've already messed with these people's heads. Bribe guards is completed. Okay, begin stealing the ruler's item. Okay, you are here and drop cash. Okay, yep, we're about to be killed, which is okay. Let's see if we can get, before this shadow gets killed, let's see if we can finish Secrets of Death. It only takes 2 turns. Well, we'll find out. All right, so Lightbringer is now meeting, okay, alliance building. The Lightbringer has visited Queen Eschens to discuss threats facing the world and the need to build an alliance again to combat the darkness. The Queen has gained a liking towards the Lightbringer and is more likely to join a future alliance and see the result. Now, if you go to her, by the way, oops, quips, drop the, all right, boom, boom. We're going to drop the shield in, have somebody else pick it up because I need an extra spot for an item we're about to pick up. All right, cool. Now, I need you to go find the orc upstart currently leading this group because one thing about orcs is they're very much into the might makes right. So, you are going to walk over here and take your former enemies under my command. You're going to lead your former enemies against the forces of humanity. First, we're going to whip them into shape, which will take a little time, but oh my god, is it kind of fun to do. All right, profile, by the way, for any hero, you guys are going to be incredibly high because, of course, everybody knows who they are, right? But their menace is 0 because they're only doing good deeds. Once we start polluting them with more and more menace, they become the target. We drop infamous on them. They get killed. They lower everybody else's profile and menace, and it just absorbs the mind of another hero. That way, not only are there less heroes for me to deal with, they're doing my bidding. Yes, it's good to be the evil god. Okay, so okay, yeah, we did some bad stuff. We just ate somebody's soul and made an arcane secret out of it for one of our peeps. Okay, so do we have another human soul around here? Come on, there's got to be some casualties. Ooh, somebody just died over here. Maybe we can get here in order before we get killed. I don't think so, but we'll just create another shadow and start it next time. Okay, yeah. That shadow is not popular. All right, so, yep, we're gonna get our ass killed. And yes, boom. But the shadow has been killed. Infamous and fear the lands. They are a visible sin to the evils facing the world. Now that she is dead, the world breathes a sigh of relief, believing the danger is past. World panic is temporarily reduced, and all agents who are half their profile and menace will have their profiles reduced. Boom. They was defeated and lies lifeless. Well, actually, don't lie lifeless. The Drake design here is not for pawns. Yeah, if you think the Dark God cares about any of its minions, no. No, of course it doesn't. But it does allow us to summon another shadow and start the whole process all over again. Now, this is the one that just killed them, but they don't have high enough lore for me. I want at least a 4 if it's possible. Ah, there you are. Now, I'm going to possess her at some point because this is just too useful an agent. But at the moment, we're just going to split you. Select your shadow, have them, I think this is the one with the human soul, right? Yep. It's still there, which is good, because it will decay over time. Kind of a scary thought, by the way, because we know in a Lovecraftian universe there is no afterlife. He'd probably just hover around for a bit and then dissolve into the ether. Anyways, with that particular terrifying concept aside, okay, lay low. The good doctor, you've reached the city. Now, the doctor, I laid low as long as possible because we were doing some serious things, but we got some problems here. The plague is at 45%, but immunity is rising. It's not spreading. That's the problem. This one is doing okay. So what we should probably do, since we want to move it in this direction, is we want to cultivate the disease here. The doctor, of course, has the physician, which will speed up anything I do involving health, including creating, terrifying diseases. And then we'll see what else we can do. Okay, so yeah, Secrets of Death. You're going to start swallowing that soul. And the great thing is, when I get the heroes killed, they leave behind a soul too, and we can swallow that. God, waste not, want not. As you can see, the shadow's been kind of thick around here, but it's kind of hit a point here. Kingdom of Minerant in this map, this is one of the standard maps, and I will be increasing to other types of maps in a bit. But right now, just to learn the rules, I'm using the basic one. There's a little bit of shadow. See, the shadow has to go through ruins. It doesn't go through ruins very quickly since you can't infiltrate them. There's a whole bunch of wards in the way. Yeah, this is not great. But at least that we would plague the place, which is, a good thing for us anyways. Anyways, so continuing. All right, so an item unmistakably belonging to Lightbringer and Karsh's Mount. All right, so we swap that out. We grab it. All right, dismiss. And the Horde, this could be useful because this guy is sitting on a spot we can summon the first daughter, which was, you'll see just how effective she is in eliminating the human plague in a bit. Okay, so that's done. But you know what we want? We want to steal another item because we want to keep poisoning people's minds. Notice I only went up 1 profile and 3 menace because this, well, 5/5 really. This, oh yeah, we dropped because of the infamous. But yeah, this is pretty low. The son of stuff, in fact, yeah, 0/5, yeah. And we've got the stealthy on her, which means her profile drops every turn, which means that no matter how much menace we get, she's probably nobody's going to see her unless they'll trip over her. So yeah, that's kind of how it is. So if any of my supporters are out there, by the way, remember, if you are currently cultist or high level, you have naming rights. You want me to rename any of these people? That's not a problem. I think I can do that. I did it before. I will try to figure out how to do it again. All right, so yeah, let's see. Yeah, you're still traveling. More wards being created as the guys get that geomancy. Yep, the mages are starting their once you start using learning magic, the other side starts doing too. It becomes an arms race. Go to, yep, another arcane secret. Now, do we have another soul? Well, Kingdom of Sions. I don't know if I can get there fast enough though. 12 turns may not be enough. All right, so another alternative we can think about is setting up. Do we have the docks infiltrated? We do. Let's go set up another malign catch in an attempt to drive people mad. Excuse me. And with a hero, we can actually set up deep one colonies. We'll concentrate on orcs for now and move on to deep ones later. Okay, so the Baroness. Okay, you've reached it. And you have gotten the Queen's item. Good. Done. Go to. You've reached that. And yes, we are going to have the hero we can corrupt. Now we're going to cause a scandal between the Lightbringer and the Queen in an attempt to disrupt the alliance building. In the meantime, we'll use our level boost to increase the infiltration, because that will speed up things as we go along. Take 8 turns to set up a scandal. You, where are you? You, I said. Attack the Orp upstart. Now, it's a combat between agents. The attacker strikes first, etc., etc. What happens if we kill him, we grab his banner, we take over commands of the orcs, because they tend to work like that. Now, as you can see, it's almost an even fight. Almost. Yeah, there we go. The coward flees. The rebel has found the orc upstart, slipping away in the crowds of gathered orcs. Shameful to always have some excuse, simply not deserve dishonor. Why they should to lead, their head must be removed. The coward flees. So, let us discover where they have gone. Ah, there you are. We'll just chase them down. You, malign catch. Let's get that. Let's get the crazy going, because I loved it when the rulers go mad and start declaring war on each other or causing unrest in their own kingdoms. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. All right. That was abrupt. Remember, this is an alpha build. Okay, so. Yep. Okay, they're still trying to do that. Okay, so something is grouped in restless spirits. The spirits will attempt to sap the life energy of their own pawn. They could be avoided using distraction to reduce our agent's profile. Profile's only 7. Don't really have an issue with that. And we have cultivated disease. Stealthy. Yep, we want them to last as long as possible since they are a unique character. And once we lose them, we will no longer have access to them. Now, disease is currently at 97%, but what we can do is just hit the plague and plague immunity. Immunity is, of course, how it slows down the plague. Now the question is, yeah, there's some serious plague immunity issues down here. Plague's there, plague is there. Yeah, we should probably pick over the queendom and use what's called a novel strain to lower this area and all the connected areas plague immunity. You kill them. Okay, we lost a knight, but the overrose has fled again. Wow. You know, might as well be playing the Benny Hill theme at this point. Okay, the Baron. Yeah, we keep more and more wards. Okay, fine. Finish it, would you? Alright, they've lost their upstart leader, killed in battle, and fallen into disarray and disorder. Suppression is added to their society actions. They must take time for the act of their own accord. Unless, of course, the Orc Slayer, Gent, has defeated and killed the Orc claimant would be warlord. The Orc dead, they also fall in line. They understand the value of strength, and we understand their culture will to follow the leadership rituals. They will follow if they promise gold, glory, revenge, and carnage. With enough violence to support the right people at the right time in front of the right crowds, Orcs be fashioned into a useful fighting force. Parade the head. And we take the banner. Alright, with the banner, oh, we got all his cash too. Which is good, because we're going to need to do some things. But, ooh, defeating the Manticore might be useful, because that will cause us to get the head which would give us +1 might and +1 command, but we're switching out the +1 might and +1 intrigue. Now, a lot of these are going to be based on command, might and command orchestrating. Subjugate is based off might and command. Yeah, probably should do that. First things first, though, let's drop the cache of one of the blades, and then we pick up the manticore. And in case somebody comes around someday, we can pick up the weapons we leave behind. It's kind of like a trail, I know. But, okay, there. The queen is ordered. Okay, you're my future slave. Okay, so we're going to drop one of the daggers, so we have room for the manticore head when we get it. Okay, go to. Ah, more arcane magic. The secrets have been that. We're going to need to get 10, by the way, to do what I want to do. Go to. You get a novel strain that halves plague immunity in this and the surrounding areas. So it will start the whole plague rising up faster. So we'll do that. You, my dear friend, can we get here fast enough? Now, the biggest issue is I can get here, but if these guys start the alliance, I immediately am locked out of the library. So I think I'm going to run over here. Start tracking down, the arcane secrets that the shadow creates from the dead people. So let's head over to the city of Cress. You, my dear, let's see. We're already at war. This war is fine, really. But we need to subjugate this camp. Or let's make it this camp. And we'll subjugate that, which essentially is infiltration, which shouldn't take too long. 3 turns in the Orc Slayer. Oops, I forgot to get the manticore. We'll get it in a moment. Don't worry. Okay. All right, cool. Done. Go to. Want to do it again? Why not? Let's see how much, if we can get all 3 of those items, we can just start making her name mud against other kingdoms. Okay, so we've subjugated the camp. Yep, we select the scandal. All right, so right now, a small clue to a person already prone to falling suspicions can lead imagination to wild and terrible places. We used her personal item. All manners of offense, crime, betrayal can be imagined from simple items, a handkerchief, which is actually referring to the Dangerous Liaisons, or the original French film about how a handkerchief in the wrong place, or for that matter, Othello, an item in the wrong place can cause a scandal just because people imagine themselves to be doing so. Malign catch. The darkness of the ocean contains horrors twisted and squirming deep beneath the waves where the purifying light of the sun cannot reach. They eat the animals that swim among these nightmares. It's a risk corrupting one's soul. The malign taint affects all it touches. Excellent, excellent. Oh, God. The Valley Horde? Yeah, I don't have to worry about it. Strategically places personal belongings with the Queen in the home of Lightbringer Matant, causing suspicions of misdeeds, betrayal, trust, and deceit. This has caused the Lightbringer to gain a personal grudge. Now, what this means... Okay, where are you? To get this back to normal. Get you. Under her profile, she now dislikes the Queen. Will this change the building of the alliance? I don't know. I'm trying. In the meantime, what we should probably do is you should steal a ruler's item while you've got it, because we need to make these people dislike this queendom if it becomes the core of the alliance and no longer desire to be part of it. Right. Basically, like I said, we're kind of... All right, so this is the manticore still in here? Where did the manticore go? No, I think I got wandering manticore down here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So we go to these ruins, we should be able to get the manticore, and I should finally be able to get that head I've been looking for. That meant to come out that didn't come out right. Anyway, so yeah, let's go over here and start making the crazy in this spot. In the meantime, let's check this out. Yeah, Deep One Cult, I need to do some serious upgrading to do. But while we're here, since the Shadow's a long way from becoming hunted down, not even infamous yet, let's use our evil snake power in order to, let's see, Eyes in the Shadow, start infiltrating areas around it. The library, yeah. Dock or library, either one will work. And because I can use the library's infiltrated, we can run our guy in, which is good. Good. Because that'll just increase the shadow in the area, which is kind of cool. Where are you? Okay, yeah. Defeat that, would you please? Okay, you've reached the city. I need you to start the malign catch. Go to. Wait. Oh, it's too far to eat the swallow the soul. Okay, another mediator, another mage in the making. Go to, and let's check out plague. Plague immunity has dropped. Oof, still needs to go down. But yeah, the plague is still kind of weak here. Now, the reason we're doing this, by the way, is because necromancy, which I want to use on our supplicant, is powered by the dead, and look at those numbers adding up. All those dead people mean something, especially at the Abbey. Now, here's where I might want to concentrate on getting the plague immunity down. Let's see what we got here. Because I want this to spread far and wide. The plague immunity, yeah, we get the 100 down. The plague here, 110. Ooh. Let's say we move the good doctor to this abbey, and sorry, that village, and we get to we suppress the immunity, I suppose, by passing anti-vax information. Oh, good, the Baroness has fallen, though it's the same picture as the Queen, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, this place is, wow. Yeah, I'd say that this place is kind of messed up. It doesn't look like it's going to last, considering it's I think it's going to take a while for the Citadel to fall, but it looks like there's nobody trying to stop them. Yeah, the Horde's just trashing the place. They'll have it crash in a moment, which will give us another point of victory, by the way, for every settlement that's destroyed. We don't have to actually command the orcs. We just have to help them do their own natural thing. Okay, that's, yep, up here at the Abbey. You start another novel strain, which will, of course, make things faster. You have the City of Crest, which means you learn that arcane secret. We're currently at 6. We need to get to 10. We'll get there. And yeah, the Princess Chimes of Prince Andrew have reached the ears of Lightbringer Les Dispiller. Lightbringer pleads for them to stop asking what causes change in their behavior and why they turn their back on the laws he's hold dear. The pleas go unanswered, the questions go unheard. No remorse, because he's actually my mind slave. If you notice when I select agents, it says enthrall, it doesn't say recruit. The only person that is voluntarily serving the Dark God right now is in fact a supplicant, and that can even be questionable. Okay, the Queen. All right, dismiss. Now, we've got to do it one more time since we've got the slot open. Steal ruler's item. Okay. Why, we've got it. Yep. Do this as much as possible to create the scandals. Boom. We killed the Manticore. Strength of personal siege +1. All right, so that's going to increase our challenge. Take all. Okay, and done. We have defeated the Manticore, and... or just say take all. Okay, that's all we can do, but we're going to... We need to do some serious stuff here. Okay, so basically we've got this huge amount of oh god, what just traded Prince Andrew. Yeah, okay, Andrew, we're just gonna have to swap some stuff out here. Okay, put that down there. No. Okay, there we go. You've got 2 Lightbringers and 1 Queen. Oh, we can't do that because he's going to take one of the Queen's one. Now, this is all going to go kind of nuts, really. But yeah, these 2 together are going to... Here, take some cash. These 2 together are just going to they have a passive stealing ability, which is hilarious, because every time a hero walks through, I steal 10 gold from them with the monkey. And it's just been adding up, really. All right, so you... Go here and build a orc fortress with all that cash you have. Every fortress you build for the orcs can build a horde. We only have 1 fortress here. There's only 1 horde. But what we can do is we can put 1, 2, 3, 4 in the existing ones, which is 5 hordes. Any place they conquer, because they've already moved to the ruins I was talking about. Any place they conquer, they can take over and put another spot. And we can eventually just absorb the entire kingdom by declaring war on it, which we will do shortly. Yeah, as for you... the library is what we have here. Since it's unlikely we're going to be able to use that arcane secret, I'm going to slap down dangerous knowledge, which will allow us to cause 10 sanity damage to any hero mage who studies that knowledge. Oh, fuck. I can't do that with her, unfortunately. Oh, infiltrating the docks would take 25 turns. I can try to steal the hero's item again, but I don't have any room to hold it. I can record a sellsword, I suppose. Yeah, why not? I can get 2 of them, I think. Yep, requires one span stat of 1, which is what they cause, so you know what? We can have a bodyguard. Yep, and you're sending us cash because you're still corrupted. Okay, go to null strained, malign catch. Ooh, it's all gonna add up. It's all gonna add up soon. 6, plague. Plague is at what? 93, 79, plague immunity. Death is at 79. Now this has a catacombs, by the way, which is where a focal point of death. Death generated in all areas, we poured into here, which means that mages with necromancy can just have a lot of fun here. It's going to keep rising too as we keep killing people with plagues because we are terrible. Intrigue or lore. Put in both an equal for the moment. You need to figure some stuff out with yourself here. Okay, so we have the rising madness, if you look. Yep, 5% rosing 1 every second. This is going to get really crazy after a while. Same place here, as every turn it'll go up 1% insanity, but we need more madness, really. I mean, does this place have docks? No. I'm unfortunate, but yeah. Now, the problem is we can't move the shadow very far out of it where there's huge amounts of shadow. Well, you know, kind of obvious, but Docks Fortress. You know what you could do is you could run over here and infiltrate the sewers and start a plague. It kind of, unless we already have some. Yeah, we got some sewers right here. Let's just cause some more damage, shall we? Speaking of causing damage, what are we going to do with you? Because your only job, you have one job, and that's to make everybody sick. Okay, plague 46. What should we do with this one first? What I think I should do is I will boost this village up to past 60 with plague, and then that will cause it to get sicker and sicker. Where are we with this? Steel ruler's item. We still can. Recruit sellsword. Go to. Yeah, we got a dude. And the city of Misandai. Oop. Alliance begins. Awareness and world panic being at their peak. The humanity comes to terms with the threats it faces. The chosen one calls to an alliance to prevent your rise. The First Nation has already begun hearing their warnings and begun to take desperate last steps. Soon others will join them as their rulers become more aware and afraid to put old differences behind to hold back the shadow. Alliance has additional actions they can take against you and will aggressively seek your forces in whatever form they take. All right. Letter of Reconciliation. Queen Mermont, which is written to prevent Lightfrag's crashes Menant in a bid to stop the hostilities between them. Yeah, these two, we already started that. Queen argues they should put other differences and work together in humanity's common foes. Letters can be interpreted, the letters twisted, or the outcome left to fate. The cult acts, destroys the letter. Fate decides, 50-50. Rebuild the relationship, loses liking, or we poison their words. Use one power to cause Lightbringer not to dislike the queen even more than they already do, if possible. Cost one power. Okay, what that will do, the link arrives reworded, its inks twisted into hateful new words, retaining the style of the original author, now undermining any possible hopes of this conflict ending soon, which means we have really messed with her relationships. Yeah, she hates Menant, which is ironically the queen that she with Alliance, which means that it should be working together, where we kind of messed that up. And if we go to the queen, she still likes Lightbringer. Well, we're going to change that very shortly. Once you get this item, well, the problem is we're going to be booted out because we're no longer infiltrated. Once you have an alliance, they remove all shadow and infiltration. But what this will let us do is, first of all, we have to consider, all right, what do you have for inventory? Okay, Queen, Lightbringer. Okay, you trade with Prince Andrew. You give him, one of the Lightbringer ones, so he can run off and start poisoning people's minds. All right. While that's going on, let's get back to trying to turn this into a fish people haven. Okay? Now this one right here, Deep One Cult, is at profile 16, menace 25. So we should, and this one he's probably decimating. Yeah. Bountiful Harvest. Oh, forget that. All right. So we're going to down here, we're going to help the Deep Ones take back what's theirs. Now, in the meantime, let's start a plague. Beast because we can. We want to keep weakening everybody. Okay, another ward's established. Okay, that's what I thought. Go to. All right, so first things first. Ooh, Duchess is starting to lose it, which is good, good. All right, so we want to pop over the Kingdom Iphius, which is probably the first place that they'll try to expand the alliance. Once we get there, we will start using his ability to cause scandal to poison them against the other alliance members, the Lightbringer and the Queen of Ouds. I think it's called Ouds. Meanwhile, cultivate that disease, would you, dude? You're going to have to lay low soon. Okay. Still more wards. Ooh, you're going to be mine. You will be mine. What you need to do is you need to conceal the deep. First, empower the deep ones. Use 1 point of power to increase them by 4% instead of 1% every turn, which gets us much faster. And then we'll start infiltrating and shadowing everywhere. Empower deep ones. They worship the dark gods. The deep ones mutate their human forms into twisted shapes more suited to the abyss than they were on land, and any elder being willing to gift them the power must find willing worshippers, adding you into their blasphemous pantheon as they seek to leave their humanity behind. Excellent. As you can see under modifiers, that will be, well, next round will be up for plus 4%. Now, in the meantime, they move faster if we infiltrate. 8 turns to infiltrate this site. We're going to start peeling away everything. Also, I think I'll use, since the library is infiltrated here, I'm not sure we're going to get this guy to it in time, but you never know. So I won't poison the knowledge quite yet. All right, so the merchant of antiquities, suppling of his business, a trader who sitting beside his assortment of wares. He's been watching a while now, realizes the supplicant has been involved in some shady affairs they don't have the guards knowing about. He assures the supplicant they have no intention of turning customers over to guards, and shooting subtext is well understood. The agent does not make a purchase. They will not be customers, so they might be as safe as reports. Don't have any cash, so again, 4 menace, 4 profile. We're pretty low to start with. Okay. You, dude, you've cultivated that disease. I think it's time for you to take a well-deserved break. Let's get that menace way down by laying low in the city. Hi, more cash. Good. Mom, that's, I think, the mother. Okay, go to dismiss. All right, everybody, start messing up the world. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to cause a scandal. First the Lightbringer, and then the Queen. And then we'll pop over the Trickster. Then we'll move on to, I think, down here, cause a scandal with this, the second largest kingdom, as it were. And then move on with our lives, as it were. You lay low. Ooh, dangerous knowledge. Yeah, let's do that. What we're going to do is we're going to poison this for anybody else trying to use the knowledge to report, and then we'll do menace reduction. Should be fine. Bilk Orc Fortress and start a plague. Okay, you have been lost to shadow. Good. The Baron, Bellet's been pleading with their father, the king, trying to save him the shadow, which is taking his soul. The family's close to the soul links them. He's able to take a portion of the burden for him, carrying the weight of sins to unnatural darkness of the mind. He takes on the father's shadows, freeing his mind slightly at the impression of the cost of his own soul. Baron gains 25. The king loses 25. Well, that's one way to deal with things. Okay, cash is 99. I think we will need challenges. Let's see. Building Orc Fortress will cost 140 gold. We're a little short on that, so we'll need to steal some money. Okay, we can do that. We've infiltrated this spot. It's got 88 cash. What's this one? 38. This one is 124. So, this is I really need a little bit. Let's the Abbey here would be enough. Yeah, let's get her over here and do some stealing. You started to plague, which is great. That will start spreading out and causing even more damage. In the meantime, do we have a soul I can consume? Oh, God. The casualty rates have just not been high enough. Geometric Locus, Madness. Ooh, the Madness is going up quite nice in that city over there. What's his Madness in the Queendom? Oh, yep, 7%. Yeah, it's just going to keep rising and rising and rising. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Arcane Secret. Yeah, we have a couple of them. Yeah, we've got 3 here that we're definitely going to string along for our supplicant as he continues to try to learn how to make Evil Dead. The movie, the actual Evil Dead. But we have to ask ourselves, what do we want to do with this individual? Shadow, we don't want to be idle in any case, but we can't move them. Since we need 50% shadow in any location that they go to, we can't move them into any new spots. So essentially we're still rolling around here. Tell you what, let's just... What do we got for the... It starts with 100%. Probably just wait for the plague to start spreading and then have fun. In the meantime... You could spread panic, which is 50%. Oh, what's unrest here? Please tell me it's a decent amount. No unrest. Wow. Well, let's get that started, shall we? Spread some panic. Boom. 9 turns from now, we'll be increasing unrest. Alright, so you've gained our knowledge. You're at 7. Okay, dismiss. And we're... Where are you? Yes. Yes. I think we have a soul we can consume now. Gonna have to roll off that and move towards, since the soul's only so... Well, I don't know. Plague's still at 100%. We should probably make them go nuts and then get that. You're not going to be done with the studying anything anytime soon. Let's move you over to the city of Minstrom. Over here. The plague capital area. You, subtle thievery. We need more cash to build another fortress. We're just going to keep going with that. One after the other until we have all of this up. And then we're going to increase their industry. And then we're going to declare war on the Kingdom of Seons. I think. Well, it's a closest place. I can go anywhere I want to, but that's probably where we want to start first. Because I'm kind of hoping wars breaks out between the Alliance and the Shattered Places, and then we just start tearing apart human civilization. Because that's our job. You don't want to not be good at our job, right? Yeah, plague's rising everywhere. Death rate is pretty high. We want to get to 200%. At least 150. Okay, so... Another ward. Another ward. Ah. Well then. Alright, so yeah, the humans are going to try to rebuild. These guys just going to start trashing the place. So, the question is, yeah, the human soul is here as well, but that is grass, not arid. We need them to kill the kingdom. Hopefully they'll keep going. Hopefully. But we'll work on that. We can probably declare war in order to get the first daughter up and running. Okay, learn that arcane secret. We just, yeah, you know, his profile menace are pretty low because all he's done is reading, it's old man reading books. Nobody really thinks that's much of a threat. They're fools, mind you, but they don't think it's much of a threat. All right, so what do we got here? All right, give me 1 second. Let's get that rebooted. And pop out. There we go. Sorry. Anyway, I'm paranoid about the chat, so it disappeared on me one time. So if anybody actually out there does say something, I can actually see it. This isn't one that tends to get a lot of conversation, though. All right, so now what? Well, we've got this done. We can probably use our power to... Boom. Yeah, we want to keep infiltrating these spots, vast sewers, which means we're open for plague, and we'll use power to... We're going to slowly bring the spot, because it's kind of a good place for an alternate dark. Okay, so your profile is 20. Yeah, we need... Once you're done here, you need to go hide the Deep One cult. All right, so... Oh boy. Keep going. All right, steal from ruler, take the cash. Still might mean more, I'm thinking. So where would we want to? Okay, so how much it costs to make a orcish... Yeah. Build Orc Fortress is going to require 70 gold. All right, so I forgot. If you're further away from each other, you just subjugate it first, then we'll build a fortress here. And then we'll build a fortress in Camp Brat. And then we'll build a fortress in Orgrind. We'll just keep going with the damn fortresses. Until such time as the orcs are willing to take over the world for us, or at least trash the place. Geomancy level 2. Infiltrate a holy site. We need you to pop over here and conceal the deep ones. Which, you know, will drop them down to 0 profile if somebody sees the fish people. 6, we need to get to 300%, but, you know, we'll get there. One conversion of people to fishes at a time. But they're actually more frog people if you're going with the original Lovecraftian ones. Okay, yeah, right. They're trying to build this place back up again. Ha! That's what happens. You drop a scandal. The Lightbringer sabotaged the Queen of the Alliance, stirring up trouble, causing unrest. I love it. Subjugate the camp is done. Dangerous knowledge. Human is blessed by ignorance. This true horror of this world, the profound nightmare which engulfs reality outside humanity's tiny world, is too terrible for their minds to handle. Those who learn too much will discover too late why the knowledge has been shunned for so many centuries. The mediator is 100% aware, but I think we've already got him. All right, so we want lore to increase because almost everything they do is based on lore. Now, lay low. God, 50 menace. We don't want you killed. So, you I don't care about. Build Orc Fortress. Now, build Menagerie is interesting because it allows you to create interesting sidekicks, as it were, but we're not really doing that. We're kind of just going to the basic building Orc Fortresses. We want to keep making the Horde more and more dangerous. And it's not even much for menace. We only get up to 13. I mean, they're probably wondering why I'm over here doing this. I'd imagine I'd say I'm trying to civilize them. Yeah, let's go with that. Also, wait, before we do anything else, we forgot to replace our knight there, so we can get an orc warrior and a goblin. So let's do that. All right. Yeah, they're trying to build this place back up again. Wow. Okay, so yeah, who do we want the scandal? Dislike, we want the king. Right, so we've now missed that. Ooh, increases by go to. I just want to see that. Yep. Places the belongings of the Lightbringer to the home of the king, causing suspicion and misdeeds. This has caused the king to gain a personal grudge, which means if we go here and look at him, he dislikes... Wait, you're supposed to... Wow, did you like love her originally? Seriously. Anyways, what else have we got? We want the queen this time, so let's cause another scandal. And this time drop it against the queen. We really should make sure we know which one is doing that. Now, you go help Andrew out with that, would you? You build that fortress. Build that orc fortress you've always wanted. Slowly we'll build up another horde here, and it'll just cause more trouble. Anyways, so yeah. Oh, we've got a soul. We need to... What is the unrest? We have it set out of the way. Unrest is 47% and going up, which is good. But in the meantime, we want to see if we've got a human soul. Well, we don't have a human soul, but there's one right there. Well, let's turn that into an arcane secret, using vast and arcane dark powers to do so. Just, you know, a hobby. All right, let's go. Oh god, now I gotta kill another pretender, which is a good thing I got that orc hero. You Finish. Can't do this. If I do this, I might lose control. We've only going to lose one turn. We've already spent the cash, so we got to keep doing it. All right. We'll come over and kill them later, which is kind of like my usual to-do list. You dislike what I'm doing because I'm consuming people's souls for some reason. Ooh, we got some nice unrest burning here. But it's not quite. We can only bring the plague, only bring up to 10% more as well. We can just boost. Let's just, if there's no human souls around to consume, doesn't look like there is really. Wait, I was wrong. There's one right here. Yeah, let's go consume that soul. Meanwhile, okay, restless spirits. You lose 2 hit points and reduce profile by 5. I'm not that worried about it. Let's just spend a little extra time. Go to Secrets of Death. Go to and trade. Okay, profiles minimum, but not that. Okay, so what you need to do at this point, people, is we need to make sure. Yeah, if we give you all the Lightbringer ones, then it's only the Queen that we can make. Oh dear God, that's a lot of cash. And the Queen that could do that with. Okay, but while we're here, what we can do is address crimes. Ours menace to be able to units minimum and below 20. So yeah, let's lay low while that's going on. We want to keep her alive. Ooh, the unrest is beautiful here. 68%. Unfortunately, I got it under control. Oh, sigh. And there's you. We're gonna have to make your life hell. Anyways, so dismiss rituals. It's purification, you're getting a knowledge, and go to. Yeah, you've swallowed a soul. So, what else we can do is, since ruins are good for us, because they count as that, we can raid the outpost. It would take 20 turns, though, which is probably a waste. We could. It's kind of crazy thought, mind you, but we could go to the camp. We've got a command of 3. We can go kill the upstart and take their banner, which is cool. All right, let's do that. Dismiss. Coming to attack me, huh? Oh well. Don't have Infamous yet, which kind of sucks. Ooh, this is good. This is good. All right. What you need to do is, first things first, let's trade. I'm not even sure I should do anything besides let them die. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Since Infamous is no use, I can actually, let's sacrifice them to see if we can do any damage to the Orc upstart, and then putting you under lore, because of course we are. All right, so next arcane secret is in this citadel. Let's go there, shall we? And learn another arcane secret. That 2 more, and get this one and 1 more, and we'll be able to unleash the dead, which is cool. Anyways, as we are currently still... Oh, we're going to have to save up our power to get another shadow, unfortunately. Unfortunate. Anyways. Build Orc Fortress. Go to. Menace is still doing pretty good. Cash, however, we still need at least another 36, unfortunately. So, what's left here? Do we have any cash? Yeah, it's a decent amount of cash. Let's get in and start doing some stealing. We can build another fortress, and another fortress, and another fortress. Okay, we want the king to dislike the queen. Excellent. All right, so you fall into shadow, which is cool. Has heard his crimes. Court Ghent has to her mother, the Orc Slayers, accused of being is horrified. They're horrified at the crimes themselves, for the family reputation remains, of course, an open question. They may be humans, but aristocrats live or die by their reputation as well as motivation. Ghent has made a personal point of honor to oppose the Orc Slayer to the best of ability and take a burning personal grudge. Go ahead and kill her. I'll just take somebody else's mind out. You have created a grudge. We're about to get killed. And boom, there we go. They dissipate into shadow, but we don't really care. 1 more point of power and we'll be able to replace them. In the meantime, we'll be a little short-handed. I'm not greatly disturbed by that. Meantime, let's see, the Lightbringer's stuff. Boom. And done. Now, what you need to do is you need to run over here to the Queendom in order to be able to cause a scandal over there. Meanwhile, you continue to lay low. Considering your menace is at 53, you'll be doing this a bit, but kind of want you in a little safer place. Let's pop over to the city. Another exchange of shadow, which is okay, cool. And my future slave. All right. 69. One short. Anyways, we'll do it again. Ooh. Ooh. Infamous, obviously. When killed, we're gonna hopefully help out our other agents. In the meantime, let's do another subtle thievery so we don't have cash for this particular fortress here. Oh no, first of all, let's do some killing down here. Go to... we have a war, people. Excellent. This is going to be a beautiful war. It will just help us out greatly. Attack orc upstart. Yeah, you're dead. Dismiss, parade the head. I could give up. No, I'm not giving up the dagger. Fortunately, it means if you get two... I should have dropped the Manticore I was done, but you know what? I'm cool. All right, so in the meantime... Cash. Concealed dagger. Not really much of anything useful here. In the meantime, let's pop over to the Abbey and do some more stealing. Okay, subtle thievery. In the meantime, forget that. Just gave us a whole bunch of cash to do it. Let's do it. And first, we probably subjugate all of this. Let's recruit a goblin. I think we can do that. Go to lay low. Maximum power increases. Excellent. Queen and the king try to reconcile, but we are going to make them hate each other, which is cool. Okay, so yeah, it's a big army, by the way. Dislikes the king, and the king hates you. Oh, that's beautiful. But I couldn't get rid of the Lightbringer. But we can make them possibly get them to fight wars on each other, which would be cool. Anyways, in the meantime, we've got enough to raise a new shadow. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Okay, so yeah. Ooh, this place isn't looking good. Unrest is supercharging. Oh, I feel like I should be walking over there and help them die. Anyway, so who do we want to clone at this time? Got a bunch of possibilities. The prince is pretty low on the numbers I like. 2 and 2 is not great either. I can clone her again, but its intrigue is 4. No, I need... Lore is actually going to become less important, and what is unrest based off of? Let's check out. Challenges, unrest, fire. Oh, it doesn't tell me, unfortunately. -7, Complexity 25. So, yeah. Challenges, let's take a look at. All right, so let's see what happens if you wanted to increase... to fuel the fire. Command. What is your command? 3, which is pretty basic. Who's got a higher command than 3? 2, 5. I guess we're going with mediator. Let's use power and split shadow. Boom. Okay, we'll take the shadow, pop it over here. We're going to increase unrest. It's going to be cool. Go to, all right. Reach the cabinet. Okay, we finally used, and somebody died, and we can use their soul. All right, so this is all going to get crazy in a moment. Let's see. What we want to fuel the fire. Because I believe unrest is still rising. Excellent. We can't cause a civil war, but we can make things go kind of nuts. Let's do that. Because if we can get them to cut off the head of their own noble, that will be the soul we need to spark up the first daughter's annihilation. Okay, so we've got that. We've got 115 cash, I believe. We're perfectly capable. Let's subjugate the camp first and then drop another fortress. We will have the Orc Empire. Okay, we're at 9. Now, I believe it's 10, but I'm going to double check by having our good friend just start studying death magic. You start... We need to infiltrate more of this spot. So we can do that. We will infiltrate the library. I can't do that. Not yet. Security is too high. Need to get 1 more power. So what is your security? 7. It's way too high. We can do. Let's pop over to the Deep One Cult and give them a hand first. Dismiss, Lightbringer. Okay. More wards. Arcane Knowledge. Okay, go to. And... How's Orcish Expansion? Let's do that. More orcs are better. Alright, so what is the situation here? You're way too high in profile. Let's get you concealed. Alright. No, let's fund you. Or empower. No, let's fund you. And let's use power infiltrate. That will allow us to start doing the scandal there. We'll get the where is she? We'll get the trickster to start doing that. Menace is still a bit high, but we can probably get away with it. Okay, so while you're funding the deep ones, dismiss. All right, let's pop over here and start that scandal. Then we'll come around and do that again. Okay, yep, redeeming souls. You've reached the town. I need you to cause a scandal. Fuel the fire. Go to, yes. Ha 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 ha. What is the rest like? Oh, do it again. Do it again. Natural tendencies of peace, lingering resentment. Oh, I was angered against the rulers. Let's just keep doing it. You are going to keep fueling that fire until we have what we need. All right. Or wards established. Go to. Well, that means that, yeah, it's... Where's expanding to, I wonder? Because if this is the... Yeah, that's the camp right there. They're trying... Oh, the orcs are going to take it over, which is great. Build an orc fortress while you're there. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to have an orc kingdom. We may not be... The orc slayer may not be the one to command it because their notoriety is increasing to the point where we'll be sacrificing them soon. But... Oh, look at that. It's spreading. Rest. Ooh. We are bringing about destruction and hatred. Yes, feel the dark side rising in you. Study the next level of death and see if we can move. Well, not even paying attention, but yeah, the plague's moving. So when I was thinking about plagues, they're just kind of self-sustaining. Yeah, and rest is getting up there too. Okay, you just keep worrying about that shit. Oh my god. 50%? If we can get to 300%, we're gonna cause some serious issues. So let's just keep doing it. I want to see how hard we can go with this. Man, what's this? Hunger. Wow. Food supply. We're disrupting that. Yeah, basically we're causing carnage everywhere just by disrupting the disrupting the peace as opposed to attacking it directly. Okay, my future slave, doing well. Ah, another Mad Duke. My supposed enemies, fast non-humans. Okay, yeah. Yep. Causing unrest to rise. Yep, the crazy leaders are going crazy. All right, so build orc fortress. Go to. All right, so let's heal the agent. Okay, 50%. Wow. And we have unrest at 217. Yeah, let's just keep going with that. Not you. You keep fueling the fire. I know the menace is going up, but we do want to get them killed. All right, so I should probably organize the horde at some point, but I'm just enjoying... Okay, how much would it cost to build an orc fortress here? 105 gold. What do we got? 45. So unless we get another gift, we're going to have to do some serious stealing. All right, so let's subtle thievery. Build another fortress. We're going to burn this orc slayer out and making an entire orc kingdom with their name on it. The shame for the rest of the world. I'm not going to do the warpath quite yet until the moment that they start coming for me, and then I'll drop the banner and say, come get some. All right, so we want to cause, yep, the queen. All right, so the queen hates the Lightbringer. Okay, a king obsesses about the shadow, but gains 20% shadow, loses 3 points of that sanity. Okay. This queen does not like the Lightbringer, which is exactly what we want. You increase your intrigue. All right, so in the meantime, you're decent. All right, so in the meantime, let's see what else we want to do here. Now, we've got what left? Another Lightbringer one. So we want to once again try to prevent an alliance. Now, the alliance, strong alliance ones, probably the Kiss Kingdom is the last one I want to worry about. Huge prosperity and all that. So we're going to run over there and cause a scandal, and then start changing our taxes again. And that's probably next round, by the way. I think we've gone as far as we can. We got just past the hour point here. And you know I don't like to go much past an hour. But as you can see, rather than going for the Dark Empire one, which is a straight up military assault against the alliance, which what the humans are actually programmed for. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Oh, hello. Hello, Gulen. I'm sorry I missed you earlier there. Just popped up on the thing. So if you're still out there, hey, Glad you're enjoying it. But yeah, their accused crimes are actually not of slaying of orcs, but of rallying orcs. I've been using the mind-controlled orc slayer to use their special ability to know orcs, because seeing the orc slayer gives them 3 points for any challenges related to orcs. So if I take them over, they rule orcs much better. And we're just dropping an empire by creating fortress, because each fortress will create a horde. Each horde will eventually want to kill something, and I can take control of them by taking over their leadership and then telling them to go at war with the kingdom, which is having its own issues with crazy people, unrest, plague coming from the north. Yeah, look at that plague spread. Ooh, it's so beautiful, utterly beautiful. Oh gods. I mean, I got to get the dock back up here at some point, because as you can see, they're starting to actually get that plague under control. What's your death rate? Okay, but the death rates are increasing to the point where I want them to when we actually get our supplicant becoming a master necromancer, which will be at top of next episode. So get ready for Romero-style zombie apocalypse. We have all these plague victims that are now lying in buying these necropolises, just waiting to rise up and feast on the flesh of the living. So everybody's going crazy. The deep ones are converting humans into their own kind through mass breeding. We gotta help these guys. They're a little behind. Trickster, you're gonna get your butt back on that one. Still have a plague lingering here and there, and the Alliance has issues. Many issues. So yeah, Team Evil's doing okay. You know what I mean? We've still got 281 out of 500 turns. The victory's still a bit low, since we've been doing a lot of prepping for what we're going to be doing later, rather than direct action. But as you can see, the world is still falling apart, and the giant snake, world-devouring, the larva of the world-devouring serpent is yet to actually hatch from the Elder Tomb. So yeah, that's life in this world right now, and it's probably not looking that good unless you're an orc or a minion of evil. And even then, your only real reward is that you get eaten first or last, your choice. You can either get eaten first, in which case and you don't get to see what happens, or you can be eaten last and at least get a good show before the world is devoured. So yeah, benefits. Anyways, this is Fantastic World saying farewell from Lovecraft Country. Sorry about everybody who just joined us, but unfortunately this was a quick Insomnia style run. I just wanted to knock it out. This might come out on Monday, since the episode is playing on Monday isn't available at the moment, and Control will be on Wednesday, like per usual. And again, Control is going to end soon. We have the vote coming up. All subscribers get a vote. All supporters get extra votes. And the supported episode, should probably think of a better name for that, it will be on Saturday and will be the Pillars of Eternity, episode 2. That's what they voted for, and that's what we're going to do. And then possibly the week after that, it's going to be another one of God Hollow. So yeah, we're kind of getting into some weird tangents here. An RPG, a light novel, 2 strategy games, and who knows what we'll be voting on for the next Post-Control series. So the thing about Lovecraft, it's actually more applicable to a lot more games than you actually think there. I mean, if you look at a lot of even basic games, they've got a little cosmic horror there hovering in the background, because there's always something in the dark watching you, and it's hungry. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.